Hey guys, welcome to 3 Mississippi. I'm Sid.
I'm Mike.
That's Mike. And today we're doing a little controlled burn. Hopefully it stays controlled. Let's get to it.
We just cut a little pass around the pond, blowing everything that way. The idea is I just want to burn the pond. I don't really want to burn. It'd be fine if I burned a little bit of this out here, but I don't really want to because it's just Sid and I today. We don't have anybody here helping us, and I don't want to have to watch too many places at once. So I'm going to kind of start a fire all the way around the outside of this so that it kind of burns towards itself.
Around the outside,
Yeah.
around the outside.
And of course, I'll start the fire on the top, let it burn down to the water's edge instead of starting. If you start the fire down at the bottom, fire burns uphill faster than it burns downhill. It gets hotter. I'm trying to do as little damage as possible to the trees, even though I'm going to wind up cutting a bunch of these out. But right now we've got a big storm moving in, and hopefully we got out here soon enough. When this storm rolls in, it's going to put this out. But we're in that calm before the storm right now where there's not a lot of wind, there's no wind, and the rain's hopefully not starting for about 2 hours. 2 hours time, we should be able to burn all this stuff around the pond. So let's do it.
I get to light it on fire.
Yeah.
I have a fire stick.
Go ahead. Light
Okay.
that right there on fire.
Okay, here we go.
There it is. You want, you can just start another fire right here.
Okay.
Right there. Start another one right there.
There we go.
Right here, like that. Like that.
Don't play with fire, kids. So as you can see, there's some fire behind us around the pond. It's burning. As the house is on fire, Frankie's gonna be like, what? Frankie just got home from school. And we're burning everything by the pond.
burn itself out. Funny thing about fire, it needs oxygen, fuel, and heat. Take any of the three away. Biggest thing we're going to take away is fuel. Once it burns this first layer off, it's down to the dirt. No more fuel, it stops burning.
Yesterday, Mike and Frankie actually went fishing again in the neighbor's pond. You saw that video on Friday. And they went back and got a few more fish that they threw into this pond to kind of stock it. I can only imagine what's going through those fish's minds right now as they're getting smoked out of the, out of the pond. But it's working. He cut a little fire ring around the outside, a brake line, and now it's just burning right around and down into the pond, really clearing out all of those pine needles from those pine trees that have been dropping and burning up some of the nasty stuff that was over there. You'll see these chairs over here. We had a bench that was sitting over here too, and we came up here yesterday to put the fish in to the pond. I said to Mike, did you move the bench that was over here that goes with that set? And he's like, no. And so we were like, uh-oh, the wind got it. And sure enough, it's in the pond. See if I can point to it. It is right there underwater. I started to go in to get it out right before we started this, but he was like, no, we don't have time for that right now, we'll get it later. So it's nice and submerged, but man, look at that. It's warm. It's warm outside right now too, and then I'm wearing a sweatshirt, but I was cold all day. I think I'm trying to fight coming down with something, so that's part of the reason I've been cold all day. And he's coming around behind and making sure that brake line is good, that fire brake. But it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's burning down into the water. So while we're here monitoring this burn, we're going to tell you about a couple other things that we have been working on this last week. The first one being all of that deer that Mike harvested and Frankie. A lot of it was being turned into summer sausage. So we set about getting that ready. Mike found a recipe that he really liked.
Yep. And we've already tried it. Yeah. Frankie, how's that summer sausage?
It's really good.
It's good.
It's not bad. I have not tried it yet because one of the things I gave up for Lent was dairy and there's cheese in it. So I can't try it yet. I'll try it later. But you know, we got it all ground up. Then we had to get it mixed together with the seasoning and the cheese and everything. And then of course we had to put it into those rind casings that then you can put on the smoker. And then how did you smoke that, Mike?
With smoke. I put it on the smoker.
Not what I was looking for.
I don't know what you were looking for.
Like
I put it in the smoker and I smoked it.
The length of time.
I was winging it.
He was winging it.
Yeah, I was doing other stuff while I was doing it. I didn't really monitor the temperature that closely, nor the amount of smoke that closely. I just kept checking the internal temperature of the meat. And
then you put it in the oven for a little bit.
And then, yeah. After a couple hours of smoke, I pulled it and put it in the oven and brought it up to like 155 degrees. Mm-hmm. That wind's blowing pretty good on the other side of the pond. I can't see the fire over there. I probably need to go check it pretty soon.
That's cool. They also went to our neighbor and buddy Alan's house. You might remember made those little ornaments for us. And he did some of the metal work for us that's going to go onto the coop. So take a look at that.
Yep. Hey guys, we are over here at our neighbor Alan's shop. And if you guys remember when we were pushing these, which by the way are still available, this was the Christmas ornament slash keychain slash super cool bottle opener for 3 Mississippi. Alan actually made these, and it was a plasma cutter you used for these? Plasma cutter. And Alan has an awesome shop over here. He's our next door neighbor, as close as next door neighbors are in Upper Mississippi. But he is helping us build some gates for Fort Phlox, the predator-proof chicken coop. Let's check them out. All right, so what we got going on right here is, what is this sound? This is like eighth inch steel
rod, steel wire mesh.
About 1 1/4, 1 1/2,
1 1/2,
1 1/2 squares. I mean, what predator down here in this area is going to get through this?
The Mississippi Black Panther.
Right, that's true. Which I believe came up from Florida, as the story goes. And then potentially, I mean, if old Sasquatch gets hungry,
that's right.
He may very well get through this. But you know, for coyotes and foxes and whatnot that we're really concerned about, we have a lot of down here. This is really gonna keep them out. And then, so you came along and welded, what's about a 1 inch angle iron?
1 inch angle.
All the way around, and look at these spot welds. Come over here and look at this. He spot welded every single one of these things. You know, somebody else might have just hit every third one, but holy cow, this is ready to rock. So we're actually doing, you built us 4 of these.
Four gates. Right.
4 of these gates, because we're doing 2 openings large enough to drive a tractor through. So 2 of these on each side, and man, we just talked about this last week. And they're done.
They're ready to go.
Yeah. We're gonna see if we can't get these things hung this week. And let's take a look at how we laid out the hinges. We picked up these hinges right here, and these are actually weldable if we need to. But we're planning on bolting them on, and what we're looking at is something like that right there, right? And then he added plates over here for latching them together. Plates up here in case we want to, you know, go ahead and put flush bolts on the top and the bottom for added strength. So these are awesome gates. All right, guys, so don't forget, check out the link below. We're gonna put Alan's Etsy. You can get you one of those 3 Mississippi bottle openers, keychain, Christmas ornament, but you also probably need you one of these. I think you need one of these. And he's got some other cool stuff on the store. So
I call it Sasquatch on a shelf. He's always watching you.
He's always watching you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Who are you texting?
Nobody else.
What's his name?
I was trying to turn on my music.
What's his name?
Nobody. I was trying to.
His name is Nobody?
No, I was trying to put on my music because I haven't had it
Did
on.
you get it on?
Time. No.
Turn it on.
Hold on. Well, you came over here with your camera, so then I was like, oh, okay. Because I've had my earbud in, but I never turned on my music because I didn't get a chance to. Now I do.
What are you playing?
Just one of my playlists.
Who is it?
I don't know. I don't even know this song. I don't think I've heard this before.
Huh.
It's just a random playlist.
Yeah, good job. Do it 3 more times.
Oh yeah, there's 4. I thought there was 3.
Gotta balance that load. You feel like it's kind of in the middle, balanced? Like centered?
I don't know.
What's gonna happen when you start driving? Is it gonna fall off?
It shouldn't.
Okay, I'm just asking. You're the driver. The load's your responsibility.
Yeah. My thighs. That's not cool. Okay. wonder way.
I think longwise is going to be more stable.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you just put the forks down right here. Or you want me to pull it in?
Probably good.
Mr. Bunko, why are you so handsome? All draped out on your log there. What are you doing?
I love you. Don't be violent, please. Good job. Well
Oh,
set.
Bunk. You silly boy.
Did we burn this?
Burn what?
This spot in the middle.
I think you got the fire bug now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're down here.
I feel like, well, yeah, this does need burned out. There's a lot of pine needles here. I don't disagree. And then what about that other, the little pond down here?
That was too close to the creek. I'd rather burn that when we burn the creek.
Okay,
When we've got a handful of people helping us and we
Okay.
burn that whole creek,
okay.
we'll burn that spot out. But we could burn this spot right here right now. Piece of cake.
All right, well, why don't you cut a ring around it and then we can burn
Really,
it.
I'm just gonna cut one pass straight through right here so we don't burn that little old tractor.
Okay.
And we'll just start the fire on this end and let it burn up slightly uphill. I'm gonna cut a pass. Watch where you're standing.
So that side's pretty well kind of burning out right there. Still a little bit burning here. And then that side still slowly kind of burning. Are you raking?
I don't really want to burn that old tractor there.
Yeah, it's kind of cool looking.
I want to set it up the front yard.
That's doable. See, it's this old tractor that's sitting here. It's pretty neat looking. Would be kind of cool up in front. Have to use a tractor to move it, I'm sure.
Yeah, the only place that it could potentially creep is right here because you got enough pine needles
Yeah, that it could go across.
that it could creep through into this, but it would creep so slow that I don't even care. I can just walk through and put that out.
Most of this side's out already. Looks a lot cleaner already.
Yeah. Yeah, after this rain that we're about to have, it'll look great. Of course, it's gonna wash a lot of this, you know, potash down into the pond. Could be slightly detrimental to the fish, but we don't have that many fish in there. It's not a very big pond. I'm not sweating it too much. It has to happen. We have to we have to clean this up. The organic matter on the edge washing into the pond and then decomposing and using up the oxygen is a lot worse. So take this opportunity to thin that out. And I may even run a second burn on this in a couple of weeks, because like right now, if you look right here where it's burned, I don't know, it burned pretty good. See if any of this will still burn. Actually, I think these pine needles actually burned pretty good.
Yeah.
And we're down to the dirt right there.
Yeah, not too bad. I guess it wasn't as thick a layer of pine needles as we thought either.
In some areas it was. Over there, it got pretty.
Yeah, it was thick over there.
It burned pretty high.
Yeah. But like this side,
Yeah,
right
over
here is not as much.
Over there, it's got a lot of oak leaves. And
yeah.
Unfortunately, they're not burning very well.
No, they're not. That whole side is like not burning as well.
This is kind of creeping
down the hill.
I'm just letting it because
it's not hurting anything.
It's not hurting anything. If it goes another few feet, I'll put it out down here. But I'd really like to see. I'd like to see those hardwood leaves back in there burn a little bit better. I may have to go back there and start another couple of small spots.
He's a noodle.
He's a noodle.
He's my noodle.
Are you a noodle kitty? Are you a noodle kitty?
He's probably so hot right now.
Look at you, king of the fire.
Yeah, this was actually a really good evolution for me to see how this fire is going to burn on the ground in an area where I feel very confident that I could manage it if I needed to. As I suspected, really the only management I needed to do was light it in the right places. These banks are very similar to the banks along the creek, and I want to burn that creek, but it's a much larger area, so I was reluctant to try to burn it until I had more hands helping me. But now, while I still want more hands, just in case, I'm not even a little bit nervous about it. With this zero turn, just cutting a path along the edge, and then like right now, if I want a spot to go out, I just run the zero turn along the edge where it's starting to burn, with the blower blowing anything that I cut in towards the fire, and it's like super manageable. Or a little bit of the the blower along the edge. So yeah, this was good, and it definitely needed to be done.
So Mike just texted me. I was upstairs offloading some footage and prepping to edit a little bit before our live tonight. And he's like, you might want to come down here. I'm burning more of the field. Let's see. Yeah, you are burning more of it.
Well, I was thinking I'm about to burn a bunch of diesel fuel bush hogging that field. So now I'm not. Instead, I'm adding a little potash to it.
Fair enough.
Oh, that pine tree's trying to burn.
Oh, it's burning. It's not trying.
Yeah.
It's not trying. It's burning, baby.
A little too much fuel right around the base of that tree, but it'll burn up pretty quick. These pines are coming out anyway. It's not going to do enough damage to that pine to worry about. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm doing the lab by myself. Oh, look at that.
You may get
You
started
made
on
a
it.
little dirt devil.
Yeah, that's not a good
tornado.
sign, actually. That means there's a little extra fuel down there. The fire creates its own wind sometimes. Burning the trunk of that pine tree a little more than I wanted to, but it's about out of fuel down there. There's a couple of sticks down there up against the edge of that, so But I think when that fuel down there is gone, it'll stop burning, and it's not gonna catch that pine. There's not enough fuel down here to catch that pine tree on fire. Well, it's caught the pine tree on fire,
Right.
but I mean to
So
keep
really,
burning.
yeah. I bet there's some tree squirrels real mad at you right now.
Probably. There's a log floating in the pond that's smoking right now.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go look.
It was a standing deadwood that burned enough around the base of it that it fell over, and now it's floating in the pond.
Well, Lisa called me because she's like, that video clip that Mike sent, is everything okay? You need us to come by? And I was like, oh no, it's fine. He's just showing off. You're just over here scaring all the neighbors, even though you told them what you were doing. All right, let's go look and see what it looks like down here by the pond that's burned out more. You can see as I walk by. Man, it made the pond look smaller, I feel like. Hopefully this ground's not too hot to walk on. I think it's cooled down enough. But you can see here's that log he was talking about that fell into the pond. It's like still smoldering. Let's see, it's still got smoke coming off it and it's just floating in the water. That's cleaned up so much. I mean, there's still some raking out that needs to happen and maybe another burn, but it's a big difference. Now say, thanks for watching, Michael.
I don't like to do what I'm told, but thanks for watching, Michael. No, she said say thanks for watching, Michael.
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys, while we lit our property on fire. We hope you enjoyed. We had a great time making that sausage. That's not true. I hate doing that, but we did get it done, and
We liked eating it.
they liked eating it, so that was a win. And we got those gates for the chicken coop, which is amazing. So we are one step closer to Fort Phlox being completed. We'll see you next time. Thank you, guys.
Bye bye.